After allegations of election interference and secret policing stations throughout the world, China continues to make headlines for expanding its international espionage operations. Recently, the Chinese balloon adventures made headlines around the world. Early in February, a Chinese balloon crossed the United States and was later shot down by a U.S. Air Force F-22 Raptor fighter jet. China, adhering to its long-standing international policy of denial, simply stated that this UFO was a weather balloon that got out of alignment. The U.S. government, however, did not buy Beijing's justification, and instead claimed that the balloon was engaged in much more sinister activities. While countering U.S. claims with accusations of its own, China stated that the U.S. has flown spy balloons into Chinese airspace more than 10 times this year without Beijing's consent. Beijing's defensive and hostile reaction to the U.S. claim has led many to believe that the U.S. claim was indeed correct, and that the white balloon was not only studying wind patterns.
美方的气球非法进入别国的领空，并不是什么稀罕事。就像我刚才所介绍的那样，仅去年以来，美方的高空气球未经中国相关部门批准，就10余次非法飞越中国的领空。所以美方应当改弦更张，反躬自省，而不是抹黑指责中方。
According to a recent report by the Washington Post, Chinese spy balloons have also targeted countries like India, Vietnam, and Japan in the past. China has attempted to gather data on military assets in nations and regions that are of growing strategic interest to the country. Beijing employs a variety of techniques to gather intelligence, including sending personnel to foreign countries, investing in businesses, and using satellites. Much concern has been expressed by the intelligence services of several nations regarding China's espionage campaign against governments and businesses world over.
I have been saying for years, including on the floor of the House of Commons, that China is trying to interfere in our democracy, in the processes in our country, including during our elections.
According to recent information from the British Military Intelligence Service, MI5, an organization of Chinese spies is operating in the United Kingdom with the intention of influencing politicians to adopt China's communist ideology. Even UK Prime Minister Rishi Sunak has called China the largest threat to Britain, accusing the country of having previously targeted countries like the US and India. In fact, the British government is ready to enact a ban on the presence of Confucius institutes and universities throughout the country, fearing that their use goes far beyond promoting Chinese language and culture. In July of 2021, 4 Chinese nationals were charged in the US as part of a China-backed global espionage operation targeting a number of academic institutions and governmental organizations. Concerns have also been raised in recent years about several Chinese mobile apps that could be used to collect data from different nationalities. Chinese espionage tactics are posing significant security threats to nations around the world at a time when the nature of warfare is changing. An illustration of Beijing's expanding espionage capabilities was the docking of a Chinese spy ship last year at Sri Lanka's Hambantota port, while it posed as a research vessel. Though Beijing has denied all the allegations of espionage, intelligence experts across the world have stated that these are not misunderstandings, but calculated decisions by the Chinese government. Countries around the world have become increasingly aware of Chinese attempts to collect sensitive data about the critical infrastructure of several countries. India is one among them. In January of 2022, for example, an aircraft was spotted over the Indian Army's Andaman and Nicobar Tri-Service Command in Port Blair. Incidents of this nature are alert signals for India. Despite being caught with its tail between its legs multiple times, No one expects China to abandon its expansionist and information-seeking campaigns. As a result, New Delhi has become more vigilant and will continue to keep critical eyes on China and their campaigns.